My light just fell, dude. Yeah, we need the light. We need the light. Hold up.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Interns UnderCover episode 4. And it is our last podcast of the whole entire series. Clap everyone. Okay, because it is our last episode, we have our special guest. His name is Golf, and he is from Chulalongkorn University. So Golf, can you please introduce yourself for the audience to know you better?
Hi, I'm Golf. I'm in year 1, and I just finished my first term at Chulalongkorn Universities. And yeah, they're gonna ask me some questions, and I'm gonna answer
Yes.
them.
Are you ready?
Correct.
Yeah, I am. Let's go.
So since you mentioned you're from Chulalongkorn University, what do you study in Chulalongkorn and why did you choose Chulalongkorn University?
I choose Chulalongkorn Universities. Well, actually, I was gonna go to the States at first, but then because of COVID, I changed my plan. I ended up staying here, and I'm glad I stayed here. So the course I'm studying in is called BAScii. So its full name is Bachelor of Arts and Science Integrated Innovation. And basically what you do is you got to study a bunch of mini subjects at the same time. So for example, last term I'm doing finance and maths. And then this term I'm doing coding and other subjects.
Oh, I don't like coding at all. Okay, wait. So it's BAScii is there's arts and science. So what kind of art subjects do you take? Because I'm an art student myself.
I see. I think in BAScii what we do about art is more of a design. We have a class called Designing Prototypes. I'm also taking that next term. Yeah.
Okay, so it's very different from my.
The reason the team knows about Chulalongkorn University is because we actually went there for our Global Hackathon, and something that I found very interesting is that all the modules taught in BAScii, which is your faculty, right, is actually taught in English, and it's not the same throughout Chulalongkorn University. Why is it only BAScii is taught in English and the rest is not?
Well, I think it's because BAScii is quite new, right? Quite innovative. This is our 4th year. So actually, this is the first year we're going to have a graduates from BAScii.
Oh, right.
So yeah, it's quite a new course. Things are new. They're trying to change it up. And yeah, we just need to follow the trend of the world.
But what makes you choose BAScii compared to the States? What were you planning to do in the States then? Were you previously also staying in Bangkok? That's why you know about Chula, or was there a certain experience that you wanted out of going to the States that you feel since you mentioned that staying in Chula was a better choice for you and that you don't regret it, was there something that you feel you still want to go for in the States?
Can I show you? Wait, can I go grab something? Show it to the camera? Yeah. So these are the reasons I want to go to the States. So is it in the middle? Okay, so at first, I was playing golf competitively. So we're just traveling around Thailand, going so first I used to play in Chiang Mai and then play in Bangkok, and sometimes I play down the south. So we have a league, and basically what I was trying to do is to get an experience to put in my portfolio so I can get scholarships in the States. Yeah, so that was going well for a while. I actually ended up playing at the state twice.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Was it a team that brought you to the States? Is golf a group kind of activity where you need a group to go abroad, or is it just something that you can do solo?
You can do solo, but I went with a friend. So me and my friend, they both qualified for the tournaments. So we went together with our coach. And sometimes you don't need to qualify for some events. but like it's
Mm.
good to have like an international event name in your portfolio. That's why I went to the states.
It's like having hobbies like this very important in Thailand. Like in Singapore, like it's like we need to kind of build up our resume like with different things so that our grades can like these hobbies can set us apart from people with the same grades. Does it work the same in Thailand? And like do you think like Thailand's like the parents supports their kids more in these hobbies to try and like build up their portfolio as well?
Definitely, I think if I think a lot of my friends from BAScii have the same like ambitious and activities. Some of them are singers, some of them are guitarists, some of them can play piano and sing at the same time. So yeah, they got a lot of things going on for them. Yeah.
Is BAScii like a very competitive school? Like since like you mentioned that most people in BAScii have like hobbies at the same time, like is the stress levels very high in Chula?
I don't think the stress level is that high. We don't like the thing we learn. Well, at least for last term, not that it's not that like intensive. So, but then yeah, we have a lot of outside work. Like, cause for me, I take volunteer work with Jen, and we also have some competition, like the one we did together, the Global Hackathon, and also like yeah, other startup competition. Yeah, BAScii kids love startup competition. So
Why? Like, I know you mentioned before, like when you are doing like there's
like
no like
projects, like-
it's more of like going out
Yeah.
for competitions instead of like doing like in-house assignments. Is it like how why do you think like your school is doing something like that? And
well,
how
I
does
think they encourage us to join, right? So if there's competition, they would send us in the line group. They would send it to us,
Mm.
and then the stuff we learn in class, like say we have a class about entrepreneurship, so we sometimes we learn about like the concepts, right? And we want to apply it. So the only way to apply it is to join a competition, maybe create some ideas. Yeah.
So do you have multiple competitions happening at the same time?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So when is like what is your most memorable competition?
Well, I think the most memorable competition would probably be the Global Hackathon. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I met a lot of interesting people there.
Oh, supposed to be
Some of them
flattered.
I'm still friend with. I'm glad I get to meet you guys because yeah, other
Oh.
competition you don't really meet anyone. You just stay with your friend all the time. Like this one, I feel like you get more than just a competition, right? So you get to engage, you get a lot to exchange cultures, and you gotta hang out. You gotta eat pizza.
Okay. Wait,
That's amazing golf.
you mentioned like that the stress levels aren't high, but at the same time you mentioned that the school sends you out for like multiple competitions at the same time. Like we have been through one hackathon with the Chula kids, but this was like also our like first hackathon. I'm not sure whether Sarah, was it your first hackathon as well? Yeah,
Yes,
so
it was.
like all three of our first hackathons, and we just felt like everything was like crammed together, and like we had to like figure out ideas like within the 3 days of our hackathon. We were stressed. Like we were really stressed about it. But like, how do you balance like multiple like competitions? Like, is it something that like everyone around you is just so calm about it that it affects your energy, or is it because like you kind of know like you are at a certain level that you are like calm about it?
Not gonna lie, you can't really manage it if you're in a many like competition. When I first joined BAScii, I was pretty like excited about joining competition, and I ended up joining 3 competition at the same time. So that was quite a lot of work, and we have sleepless nights. I was like at the faculty from like from 4 p.m. to like 3 a.m. the next day. So you don't get sleep if you decide to join three competition. So maybe just to manage it, just choose one that you really want to go for it, or just don't choose any if you have other things going on for you.
But I have a question, like since you said BAScii means like arts and sciences, where does this like hackathon entrepreneurship side comes in? Is it just something in Thailand that each university will try and encourage? Or is it something like specifically your BAScii faculty like offers?
Well, okay, BAScii is art and science in integrated innovation. And I think the behind part is where it comes in. We take entrepreneurship, we take startups class. We have a thing called Project Seeds, where it's our time to create a business model, group up with friends, and actually create like a real business out of it. And I actually have a friend who just okay, I can mention her name, right? So you guys can look this up. But it's called their business is called the Minions, and basically they do another software company called Cotter, and they already raised like about I would say like more than one point I want to say about more than 1.5 million on the project.
Wow.
Okay. Does it mean like since you mentioned that you like attending like these hackathon competitions, that you kind of aim to like actually pitch a business idea in the future? Be an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good experience, because in the future, who knows, if I have a business, I would have to learn how to explain it to the investor, how to capitalize their attention, right? How to make them see the same vision as me. So, yes, yeah, startup competition is like a practice for the future. There's many factor into like pitching.
So, you attend like all these competitions, and I'm just curious, do you have like any internship? Although you're in year one.
Um, well, for an internship, you need to be paid, right?
For us, yeah. Yes. But we're not
Yes.
sure like in Thailand if you have to pay for an internship.
Yeah, so I believe like to internship you gotta be paid, but I'm not earning any money right now from my outside of school work. But I am pretty my involvement in Gen Thailand is pretty big. So that's a volunteer job.
It's a volunteer job.
Mm.
Oh, so what do you like do there? Or can you tell us a little bit more about Gen Thailand?
So okay, so Gen Thailand is a global businesses that focus on creating opportunities for entrepreneur around the world. So basically, what they do is they connect key stakeholders in the field with the business. So in Thailand, we identified that we need to help, with the education system. We want to promote the create creative thinking and like problem solving skills. So that's why we have our program here in Thailand. And also we are planning to host like global events and bring Thai to others outside of like country events too at the same time.
Mm.
So
How
yeah,
do you identify that like the education system needed improving in terms of like critical thinking? Like how did Gen Thailand think of that?
so we have a research, and this research I believe is run by Bangkok universities, and they identified that the two the two flaw of Thailand, well, the two challenges of Thailand is basically one, the educational system, where right now school I teach like many kids to fill jobs, but in the future like many jobs in Thailand already is not gonna exist. So we need to find a way for them to be more adaptive if the job does no longer exist. And the other one is the market penetration. So if you're a new business and you want to operate in Thai, it's quite hard due to like the environment, I would say, and due to like the already competitor in the market. Right? We have a really big business owning a huge percent of Thailand, and it would be hard to compete with them if they can just buy off us. But yeah, I wouldn't go on to that because we can't change anything about it.
Yeah, that's why it's so good that BAScii is like allowing you guys to go for all these competitions, because they are really like quite forward thinking in a sense that they know that they can't just teach like a certain academic and then everyone can get a job, because it's true, like the job market is so different now. There's like so many different jobs that are opening. So it's really cool that you get to be sent for all these competitions. So like, do you think that is something you appreciate now about your curriculum in Chulalongkorn?
Yeah, no, I definitely appreciate it. At first, I was gonna go to another course, BBA.
Mhm.
It's business management. So it's more like a traditional. You learn finance, you learn, um, yeah, like business logic and normal one. Right, you don't join many competition. But then yeah, I went to so Abasai. They hosted a like an open house.
Mhm.
So I flew from Chiang Mai to Bangkok, and I have a lesson at the course. I get to talk to like the seniors, which are now friends with me. They were on stage, but yeah, they're friendly now. They used to
Mhm.
look so scary and big. Yeah, but now they're friends. So those guys, they're nice and they're friendly. I think Basai, another advantage is that everyone is friendly and you can get along with anyone. There's no fight. Or there's drama everywhere, but there's no fight. No one fight.
Okay.
No, we're
Okay.
grown ups, so we're pretty sensible, I would say.
Because actually I wanted to like segue into it, is that because you said everyone in BAScii is so like friendly, right? And I think the Singaporeans who actually went for the Global Hackathon, which is our group, GIP group, we felt the hospitality so much by you guys. You guys brought us out to eat, you brought us out for dinner, like almost every day of the hackathon. And that's something like we really appreciate, right, guys?
I loved it. I loved it so much. Like up to today, I like keep telling them like I think the best highlight is still like the Chula days. Because it's just so warm and it was so fun. And like I think because all of us don't really have Thai colleagues as well. Like you're kind of like the only Thai people that we kind of have like more like deep conversations with. It's basically our only like conversations like with a local. Yeah.
I
But
see.
I was gonna say like you mentioned that like it's not really like competitive in a sense. But wouldn't it be like competitive since like as you mentioned, like the Thai market is already like so like competitive. Like the market itself is competitive. Wouldn't it make like you as students who like kind of need to fight for a job in the future, like wouldn't that kind of like mentality make it competitive? Like how do you not be competitive? It's like in Singapore, like I can still feel like my classmates being like really, really competitive because all of us are fighting for our own GPAs. But I wouldn't say like we're competitive against each other, but more of like towards that goal. So how do you stay like not competitive?
Not competitive.
Yeah.
Like, so how do I stay some? So like, for example, how do I like decide to like not focus much on academic and maybe outside of work?
Yeah.
You want like a you want like a spiritual answer or you want like a logical answer?
Just
Your answer.
yeah, your answer. Like what would golf living say?
Okay. Well, before I give you that answer, let's go back to the friendly Basai. Yeah, you gotta shout. You gotta shout Sen, because he's the one
Yes.
leading all the trips. Yes.
We'll include his
So
photo
shout out to
somewhere here.
Sen for making a nice environment in Basai and being the friendliest person in Basai. Okay, so back to how do I decide not to focus? Like sometimes not to always focus on academic and not to be in the competitive mindset of like having to study and work to get good grades all the time. Um, well, I think like you can't really say no to your other passion, right? Because you can decide to focus on one thing at a time, but then at the end of the day, you're gonna feel that inside if you don't do other stuff too that you want to do deep down inside you. And yeah, also like um I would say, well, we need to figure out like, because for me, I try to figure out like what is it that I'm here to do, like in the university life, in this short period of time. Like, do I want to spend time with friends, make connections? Do I want to like grow? What are my passion that I want to develop to a better understanding? So in a way, academic is another side projects of me, and it's not like I just forget about it, but sometimes I hop around it. If I get bored of the volunteer, I might come back to focus more on the academics, right? And then yeah, but again, you gotta make sure that you could manage all of them, because it's not like my GPA is just bad. I still got quite a good GPA, I would say, last term.
That's
That's
good.
great. Yeah. Okay, let's segue into what is something that you love about Thailand the more that you study here, you grew up here. What is something you appreciate about it?
Yeah, sure. So, the number one thing I love about Thailand is that you can basically talk to anyone with no matter like what race they are. So say they're um, say they're Muslim, they're still Thailand, right? If you are half-Thai and you look a bit American, you're still Thai. So there's still a boundary of defining who is Thai. If you're Thai, if you can speak Thai, if you have a Thai blood, you're Thai. Or even if you don't have a Thai blood, even if you're like a foreigner who live here for 10 years, you can speak a bit of
Yeah.
Thai. Yeah, you're Thai.
Yeah.
So
So it's like you're Thai first before anything else.
yeah, so Thai people, we might say that like, oh yeah, he's a color person, but he's a color person that is Thai, and he's friend with us. So
Ah.
yeah, Thai people, we're quite connected in a way.
Yeah, we love the warmth from the Thais. Like everywhere we go, they're just so friendly. Yeah, so it's like cause we know a little bit of Thai, so when we like talk to like Grab drivers and all, they're like, so are you Thai? They were like, we're not Thai. Like when we went to Chiang Mai, like every taxi we got, and they say, wow, your Thai is really good, and we were just like, no, it's not good. Then they were like, do you know Thai? Then we'll be like, nit noi. Yeah, yeah. So I
That's
think
good.
we really understand like how like what you mean by how like Thai people give like warmth to other people, because I just love them. I think it's not something you could find in Singapore. I would say like there will be always a line like, okay, you are a foreigner and we are Singaporeans in Singapore. I wouldn't say Singaporeans are not friendly. I would just say like Singapore's life is so fast paced that we don't stop to really like connect with someone. Like it's like we will kind of like figure out like whether we want to connect with this person or not. But for the Thais, it just feels like they just want to talk to you and like connect with you, and there's never like a very like, it's just natural for them. Like it's very, very natural. And like speaking of which, golf, do you think like during hackathon, like could you see and feel a difference between like the Singaporeans versus like the Thai students, or do you think like we kind of like have the same mindset and like same working style? Like, what do you think of like the Singaporeans versus the Thai?
Well, I want to say you guys are very good. You guys got a lot of experience, and a lot of work that you guys do is a more profound and defined work than us. So, I remember when I was in your team, you guys were really good. Like Seth and Jen, you guys killed it. So I was just watching them, and I was talking to Titus, and he was like, "Yeah, yeah, let's just see what they do, and then we comment on it." Yeah. So
Where like our different like school working style comes in, because we don't have competitions and we just do like what we do assignments. So whatever the teacher teach, we just apply it in our assignment. And
Yeah.
Correct.
yeah. So it's just like follow the book kind of way.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was what I really respect for the Thais is that like for us, like it was our first hackathon. So obviously the pressure of like needing to present after 3 days was like really there.
Yeah.
Which is why like we were like panicking. For us, like okay, we said like we will help with like the back end stuff. Like we will help prepare like the stuff, like the back end. But we pushed Titus to present instead of us. Because like it was just like as much as we do it for projects we still like get a longer like runway to kind of prepare for it. And I think like the pressure of the whole hackathon and everything, we were just like, okay, like we know the Thais can do it because like they have been doing it, so we're like, okay, let's pass the baton on to him. So I think that's
good.
like one big difference we found from the Thais. But I mean it complements each other.
I think we do too. Oh yeah, but honestly, like startup competition, I only joined like many of them like a month prior to joining you. Like before, a month before
Really?
that, I was like you. I have no idea. Like my first startup competition, I just joined with my friend in BAScii, and we were confused. Like we were like, so what are we here to do? What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's but now it's like, okay, yeah, it's a startup competition.
But do you think like it's because like you kept doing it that you got less nervous, or it's that you just get more confident in the product that you're pitching? Because sometimes I realize like for a presentation, when I'm really confident about what I'm presenting and I'm really sure of like what I'm presenting, I won't be nervous. But when I'm really unsure about what I'm presenting and I have to like kind of like polish it to make it look like it's really, really well prepared, it makes me really scared inside, and that's when I'll like start to panic. Does it happen for you?
Definitely. Imagine like I like to imagine my startup as like my baby. So like if you grow it and like you spend a lot of time with it, you're probably gonna care more about it. You want it to be successful. And if you want it to be successful, you need deep down, you need to be confident, because you're confident in its potential. And yeah, I think that would fuel you to have a better presentation.
Yeah, I agree with like both Golf and Shannon what you guys said, because I think it's like the experience that really differentiated the Thais from the Singaporeans during the hackathon, because it wasn't just about making the pitch. Like, I think I remember like the Singaporeans, you kept looking at the rubrics like, oh, what are the judges looking for? Okay, let's put that in the deck. Oh wait, like how many slides do they need? Whereas like the Thais were just so calm and collected, especially the way they present. They didn't present like, good morning ma'am, good morning sir. No, it was like judges.
Go.
Yeah, it was so beautifully like put together. I was like so impressed by that. So that is something that is like definitely like different. I think like their experiences in like competitions really like translated into their work in the end. That's like really amazing to me. Moving on, Golf.
Yeah.
Is there like something like a misconception that people have about the Thais that you have heard of before?
Misconception.
Okay, because like prior, like before we came to Bangkok, us and maybe our parents think that Bangkok is not safe at all, and it's like, oh, you can't go out at night, that kind of thing. But like after being here for like really, really long, like we realized like it's just
still as same as Singapore.
It's like it just feels so safe now. Like it doesn't feel like as scary as like what people like feeding into our brains when we were in Singapore. So like we wanted to know like if there was something that you felt that like a lot of people have been telling you about Thailand that you feel like it's just not true.
Well, I think it depends, right? Certain part of Bangkok are safer than others, especially the one with the many big cities. Because like if you live in city parts, well, you're not gonna be involved with like others. I would say like areas like the suburb areas. But yeah, I did have a walk like around the country, like around the side of the roads. It was scary, but I wasn't alone, so it was fine. But I think if I was alone at night, Yeah, I don't think I would survive in one piece, but it's quite. So yeah, there's certain part of Bangkok you have to be careful with. But if you live smart, and sometimes if it's dangerous, just walk in the middle of the road at night. There's no car. Just if you see anyone approaching you, just run.
Run.
That was a great conversation, Golf. I think we'll manage to cover a lot of aspects about your experience as a university student in Thailand, as well as how we all feel about the Thailand culture and growing up here. And it was really amazing to have you as our special guest for our last episode of our podcast series, which is amazing. So thank you, Golf.
Oh.
And I think we'll be coming to the end of today's episode. Golf, want to say any last words?
Well, thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you. And yeah, I mean, we talk a lot, so make sure you grab some water after this. Don't drink tap water. Get bottled water, please. And
For context,
yeah,
we didn't know we could drink tap water until we met. Like we caught up with like the Thai students again. Like we thought like we could just boil the tap water, and we've been drinking tap water for the last like 5 months, only to find out that it's not. We shouldn't do that.
It's okay. We've been buying mineral water
ever since.
Good. If there's
Great
one
takeaway.
misconception
Thank you, guys.
about Thai, don't drink tap water.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you
Got
guys.
it.
Perfect ending.
Alright.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys.